all over me.
Cool. Good start to the podcast. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Road Poneglyph, volume 46 edition.
46 and 47, baby.
Oh my god, Bradley's going in. Bradley, you have high standards to live up to because recently Joe started his Haikyuu series. So both of you can be our Shonen Jump battle versus each other series.
Y'all,
Willer
gave me these volumes.
Hold on. We got Bradley here. We got Joe here. Say hi, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
We got special guest Tyler, who will likely not speak much, but he's here.
I won't spoil anything.
Tyler, no one holds you accountable, right? So, Bradley, about those covers.
Yeah, Willer handed me these volumes. And the funny thing is, like, the Water 7 and Eni's Lobby saga was such like a long contained unit that anytime he gave me the volume covers, I was able to look at them and be like, oh, this person's finally going to fight this person in this volume, or like, oh, we're finally getting here, or something like that. And then, there might be surprises where I was like, oh, fuck, we're going to see Ace this volume.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Willer handed me these volumes, and I was like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Oh, dude, I see the next volume cover right in front of me. It's like over there. When I hand you that, your mind's going to melt.
Like, I was sitting here, and I was like, what the fuck are these people? Where are we? And then I got into the volume, and, like, we don't waste any time going into this new Thriller Bark saga, and it is fantastic already.
Then let's jump into it with, my god, this cover story.
Yeah. So in cover story land, this scenario cover story, the beginning of it, I'm like, what the fuck is going on, right? And I'm like, this is very trippy. I'm sure we'll find out where this is going. And throughout these next two volumes, I feel like each iteration of this cover story has just raised more questions.
No answers to be had. Zero answers.
Having a lot of fun with it. It's like it's expanding the world because I'm like, holy shit, there's like actually civilizations out in
there's
one piece.
Did you get to this part when Enaru's looking at a wall?
Just a wall? I don't know.
Okay, maybe that hasn't happened yet.
The space pirates have like an actual like fucking colony or some shit on the moon.
We'll get there. Oh my god, we left off. So once again, I forgot to read the volumes. I've just been busy, but even though I had plenty of time to prepare. But anyways, we got fucking this fight still going on.
Yeah. So at the very end of the previous volume, like there's always a preview panel for the next volume, and the preview panel was Ace about to throw the goddamn sun at Blackbeard.
Yep.
I'm like, oh my god. So yeah, this is a fight that, anybody reading One Piece, when they get to it, they're like, oh shit, like we're doing this.
Yeah. This one's really good in the anime too.
And we get to see the dark fruit in action.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. I feel like kind of like the Door fruit, this takes some more like
metaphorical approach.
Yeah, it's like a metaphorical approach. Like, I don't know if I would have necessarily got this ability out of the name dark fruit. But I really like certain aspects of it where it's like, the part of it where it absorbs like the power of the devil fruit away from whoever it touches. It's kind of cool. Like, it's taking darkness to mean like setting something to zero or back to nothing.
Yeah, it's really going for this black hole weaponized feel.
It's almost like supposed to be a nothing fruit.
Yeah.
Where
I can see that.
Everything.
Really cool. I love how he can absorb stuff and shoot it in Liberation. Visually, I think it looks so good.
Yeah. Go ahead, Bradley.
I was gonna say, like, he legitimately just like pretty effortlessly destroys this village.
Yeah, because he sucks it all up. He destroys it. He's manhandling Ace throughout this fight. Ace is firing back with like the fire spears he shoots out, which I think is a really cool attack.
Oh yeah.
What we also learn a special thing about Blackbeard's fruit, right? Like, he can't phase out of attacks like any other Logia.
Yeah, which like that, that's part of what makes Logia fruits so OP. But I mean, I think he kind of makes up for it with the sheer offensive potential of this thing.
Yeah. Oh, that crossfire move looks so cool.
There's a theory I have for this fruit. I don't want to get into it yet.
Then don't.
About why it can't. I'm not. But I just really like this fruit. I think it's really cool.
Yeah,
Blackbeard. This is a devil fruit power that he saw in the field guide or whatever for devil fruits, and this is one that he knew he had to have. This is for him.
So why do you think he was so dead set on getting this darkness fruit?
Yeah, because it's not going to be as shallow as just like I think dark is cool, which I mean that might be part of it. And I also don't think it's just because his name is Blackbeard. He really wants to be king of the pirates, and obviously there are tons of people in One Piece without devil fruit powers who are ridiculously powerful. But I think it stands to reason that in a quest to become king of the pirates, most of your more powerful opponents are going to be devil fruit users. Yeah. So maybe he saw that aspect of the ability and he's like, I'm going to need this.
Yeah, I'm going to exploit that. I think the only thing that could counter the meta more is a water fruit.
That would be fucking bonkers, dude.
I think in the world of One Piece, and I'm not saying if there will be, like if there is one currently, I'm just throwing the idea, because if we're thinking of elements, water has to be the most broken element in One Piece, which that makes me happy. I'm down for that. But alas, right now we do have this darkness fruit. Also, it gives Blackbeard some main villain vibes, because what kind of power would you give a main villain? I think darkness would be a popular pick,
Oh yeah. I mean, you just see darkness and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, villain. But this clash of their attacks is fucking badass, and this awesome looking clash is followed up by one of the most haunting narration boxes I've seen in One Piece so far. This duel at Banero Island in the Grand Line. This battle between pirates would later be identified as the trigger for the major events that were to follow.
Oh, Bradley.
You read that and you're like,
oh, Bradley.
I'm getting goosebumps right now. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Oh, whatever you're imagining, it's grander. Yeah, you've officially started a very popular saga of One Piece.
One Piece finally started.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. Alabasta already happened, okay?
No, that's not true.
Wait, yeah, New World has.
So there's a panel here, Bradley. That I think, there's a panel here that I think is interesting. It's the one that Ace has in that top left-hand corner, where I will make Whitebeard king of the pirates.
It's really cool because we've seen multiple people have the ambition of being king of the pirates, but from Ace here, I think it shows his camaraderie and loyalty with Whitebeard, and Whitebeard must be a really great leader to them if they care that much about him becoming king of the pirates.
Yeah, we've yet to see anyone fight for the honor of their captain quite like this. I mean, but that might not be true. I feel like the Straw Hats do it, and Gin also did it in Baratier, but not to this grand scale where Ace seems so strong in this fight. I mean, Blackbeard's also very strong, but if he's this strong and he's bowing to Whitebeard, that's quite the relationship they have.
Yeah.
And it feels like a declaration of almost Ace's dream comparatively.
Yeah.
It's.
And,
Nami wants to make the world map and everything.
It just gets me thinking, people in One Piece fight really hard for their dreams, and if Luffy's dream's to be king of the pirates, Ace's dream is for Whitebeard to be king of the pirates. Those are not
compatible dreams.
Those are not compatible dreams.
Error 404.
Error 404. Let's move on.
My turret.
Shit, I forgot how to control this shit.
Everybody read Black Clover.
No.
Demon Slayer. What the fuck?
Joe, did you find a way to switch from chapters without minimizing? No, I might be.
No, I didn't.
Anyways, Eneru's just kicking this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This pirate fucked with the wrong god.
Oh my god, we're starting such a fun arc in this chapter. I'm so excited.
It's so exciting.
So, y'all, the Thousand Sunny is the coolest shit ever.
It's too cool for school, man.
I don't know. I still want to be married, but
I don't.
holy fuck. The aquarium bar. I want, like, as I was reading this chapter, I was like, I really want someone in the world to reconstruct like an accurate Thousand Sunny, just so I can go to the aquarium bar.
I'm fairly certain that the One Piece theme park in Japan has a recreation of the Sunny.
Dude,
I hope it's a good one-to-one one.
It is fucking sick.
Bradley, remind me what this barrel of treasure is. Is this like a trap? Yes, it is. It shoots a flare.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Their idea is like,
It's what kicks this whole thing off.
Yeah.
They're like, people offer food and booze offerings to the sea god, and they open it up, and there's a fucking signal flare, and Nami's like, oh, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Indeed. Not be smart. We get introduced to the docking system with Paddleboat Sunny, which can sail outside of non-windy areas.
That was another moment where I'm just like, God, Frankie thought of fucking everything.
Does this volume cover more of the soldier docking systems? I believe it does.
I think we see the rest
Yes,
of the
it does.
Okay, cool. Yo! Yeah.
And then we meet the fucking best character in One Piece.
There he is!
I saw this guy.
Oh my god,
We've been hiding out with this character.
he's
Successive
singing
panel.
Big's Brew.
Each successive panel in this volume just made me like Brook more and more.
Yeah, you better get used to that.
He is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we get like the official introduction page where he's like, yo ho ho, and it says Brook, the gentleman skeleton, and I'm like, this guy gives me some main character vibes.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Like Brook, I think if I didn't know One Piece, if I didn't know One Piece, after Luffy and Chopper, Brook would be the first character. Like if I saw a picture of the Straw Hats and then someone asked me about One Piece, Brook would be like the character that would have stuck out most out of the picture of the Straw Hats to me. This is a fucking skeleton.
And it's either this chapter or the next chapter. He says he used to be the musician on his crew, and after I read that, I was like, okay, there's a 98% chance he's gonna join the Straw Hat.
Clarify, as of the time of this recording, did you finish Thriller Bark?
No.
Okay. Oh, that's
I
that
mean,
can't
he has
be. I have
two
two of the
volumes.
volumes. Yeah.
Still have two other volumes.
But you're good ways
Yeah.
in. And Luffy just immediately asks him to join, and he immediately says yes. So this was around the time. This is one of the very first few chapters where I read it as it came out. We freaked out at this, dude. We were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, because I think around Innie's lobby is where you had to start reading One Piece week by week, right?
Yeah. So this was, oh man, I get to give anecdotes of what it was like back in my day.
So soon after Frankie, we're getting
Yeah,
another.
exactly.
And you know,
It's like-
if this was just like one small panel, I would have been like, oh, you know, whatever. But the fact that it was a 2-page spread, I'm like, oh, he's joining the fucking
Yeah,
group.
it's serious.
Like, he's totally joining. And chapter 443 is fucking called Thriller Bark.
There we go.
I don't know how much I'm going to comment on these cover story pages because I don't know what the fuck is happening.
It's fine. We'll save some time.
Yeah. But I don't know. Most of this chapter is a lot of Brook just being my favorite character.
Explaining how he became a skeleton, which is his soul got lost.
And I hesitate to call them jokes, but his skeleton jokes never get less funny to me.
Skull joke, yo!
Like, it's funny because he does a bunch of them in quick succession, and then he like actually goes into his backstory, and it's kind of sad. He's been serious for 3 or 4 pages, and he's like, I couldn't believe my eyes, and he's like, get it? Because I don't have eyes. Because I'm a skeleton.
Oh, Brook.
It's funny. Like a week or two ago, Willer, Joe, and Tyler and I were like talking about which Straw Hats everyone would be, and Joe was like, "Bradley, you haven't met who you are yet."
Oh,
and then I read
now you
call
have.
you, and then we're like, "Yeah, that's me."
That's you.
He's even like
That's
goes up to
everything you would
Nami and
ever wanna
Robin. He's
be.
like, "Hey, nice to meet you."
Who was I again? I forgot.
Look at that.
Joe is a future
You
Straw
are-
Hat. He's Straw Hat 10.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I do like that boy. That's a good boy.
Could be a girl.
Willer, who are you? I forgot who.
I don't know. Tyler.
Oh, Zorro.
That's
We said Zorro because you're. Yeah.
I can't
You're
find
Zorro
my
'cause you don't
direction.
know
so there's
direction.
that. And I am
Guys, I
cool.
love this part where they're waiting
Yeah.
for dinner, and Brook is like, I mean, I'm a gentleman, so you know, I just love this time where we get to wait for our meal, and then he immediately starts screaming, "Dinner!"
Oh yes. Where was that? Fuck. Yeah, there it is.
God, I love this guy.
I like the mechanic they explain of these like shadowless people who just get disintegrated in the sunlight. What was your first thought when you heard about this weird phenomenon?
Yeah, I mean, I was very surprised because this is a very new thing, and it feels a lot more. I don't like. It feels a lot more supernatural than a lot of stuff we've seen in One Piece so far.
Yeah.
But
the
it
whole
also
concept of being shadowless is scientifically like impossible. Like it is very supernatural.
It's like in a world with devil fruits. I'm like, I guess I can't rule anything out though.
Yeah. It feels like a completely out of left field mechanic. Yo, depression ghosts. Cool.
Yeah, we see the little depression
Yeah.
goat.
And we get introduced to Thriller Bark proper.
Yeah, and this is a spooky fucking island.
Yeah. Spooksville.
And
Bradley.
I was just gonna say, like, Oda never ceases to amaze me with how unique all these islands are. And a fucking ghost island that wanders the seas
Yeah.
that we later find out is also a giant pirate ship.
Like the biggest pirate ship in the world
Yeah.
that just swallows up other ships.
It's fucking badass.
In fact, we can see the mouth that it uses to like close ships up right
Yeah.
here.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
pretty cool. Man.
Oh yeah.
Thriller Bark is like a top 5 One Piece locales for me.
So, going. Okay.
What?
Well,
What do you
I was
want?
gonna wonder.
There's a part here in this.
What's that, Joe?
A section here that I just want to like point out that I really like, and I'll bring it up later. Is Brook is like after he says like he can't join the crew because he doesn't have a shadow, but he's just so happy to see people for the
Yeah.
like it's like been
Uh,
50 years or whatever it was.
Did you get to Brook's backstory, Bradley?
Oh yes.
That is, yeah, he's so happy
Okay.
to be meeting people, and I very much feel for my skeleton boy.
Yeah. Just wanted to bring that up because it's one of those characteristics about Brook is that he has this like undaunting like optimism about him and like positivity.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like anyone else after
that's
50
better.
years alone would have been much more broken down. But that's just like another reason why he's so happy in this arc is he's like, I get to interact with people.
but we'll get to that when we get to that.
It's also really cool that, you know, in such a large cast now, we have so many different traits, not only personality wise, but also when it comes to abilities. So it's like, you know, what is Brook going to be able to offer us? And I think Oda is able to really impress us with how agile Brook is immediately.
Yeah, running
'Cause-
on water.
Oh man. Fuck.
Like Zoro's a very strength heavy swordsman, and Brook is like a very agility heavy swordsman.
Yeah, I think that's a cool way to differentiate them, even though they both use blades.
And being able to run on water is huge because
Yeah.
he is technically a devil fruit user,
That's true.
right?
Yep. Yep.
If he sank in the water, would the revive fruit just cancel out and he is just done?
If he
I don't know.
sank in the water, I don't think he would. I don't think his fruit would get negated. I don't know. That's a weird scenario to think about.
Your fruit doesn't turn off when you go into the water because remember they pulled Luffy's head
Yeah.
up to
Yeah.
like make him breathe.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't make you lose your ability. It just makes you like incapable of controlling yourself.
Okay.
Like he also explained himself as like a lost soul a while ago. So like Brook is a very special case.
I also just
Brooks is a weirdo.
Yeah.
I also just love Luffy here because every single other person on the crew sees this island and they're like, "Fuck that shit," and Luffy's like,
Adventure.
he's like, "Yeah, we're going to the fucking island."
This arc is very reminiscent of Skypiea to me. It's
It
like
really is.
it's like a remix Skypiea.
Yeah.
But let's move on to the next chapter.
It's I really like it because he had a nice break from the political side One Piece for a while.
Yeah, and go back
Whereas
to
like
the adventure side.
the last bit in the world. Yeah.
I like that chapter 444, which is the death number, is Adventure on Ghost Island.
That's a nice little thing you picked
That's a good
up
point
on.
out.
Yeah.
I can't wait for chapter 4444 to follow that
dude.
theme.
Whenever the first actual human's gonna die in One Piece.
Oh, Bradley.
Oh, Bradley.
Oh, Bradley.
Oh, you guys are right. I don't know stuff that happens in the future.
You know, it's fun. Anyways.
Okay.
Let's see. So we kind of set up our crews that are gonna split up pretty early on,
Venture out. Yeah.
and I don't know. I really
that
like the
panel.
explanations for it. Where like obviously Luffy wants to adventure. Get to explore some of the real Robin's personality now, where she's like, she's not super phased by scary stuff. She's like, oh yeah, I like thrillers.
I
like
love a good thrill, heart.
That was
Frankie's just like
that was
Frankie's just like Mama didn't raise
the
no
nail that
bitch.
broke the camel's back.
Yeah. Is that when Joe became the horny Joe?
Unfortunately.
Yeah. And Frankie's just like, Mama didn't raise no bitch, so I'm going on the island.
It's true.
Yeah.
Mama didn't raise him at all, so...
Mama didn't raise him at all.
So, we get introduced to the Mini Mary, which is very cute.
Yeah.
I was so happy for the mini Mary. This was the perfect way to have Mary live on. And, it also gave us a really nice Zoro moment because, Zoro's sitting there smiling. And he's like, wow, that was very thoughtful.
Yeah.
And that's not a comment Zoro would make very often. But, the Mary meant a lot to Zoro, too.
Everyone's so excited when this Mini Mary reveal happens. Like, they're all just loving it.
I love it when Zoro shows emotion like this.
Yeah, Zoro is very kawaii. I also like Channel 3, the submarine. It looks really cute.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure there's other channels to be revealed, but then weird shit happens to Robin, which is interesting.
Oof. Robin getting licked by invisible people.
Yeah.
What you signed up for.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Where are we
A lot
going,
of
Bradley?
chapters just like
More.
people getting jumped, ghosts touching people,
Yeah.
and then we see the fucking Cerberus.
Hey, shoutouts to Cerberus. That's my company dog.
What's up, Joe?
Joe, I think you need to
I like to
stop
point
the
out this happens,
download.
but like there's a nice
Joe, you need to stop the download of your game.
downloading. It should be done.
I'll say you're cutting out a lot.
Let me see.
Joe, it is impossible to talk to you
Okay,
right
then
now.
continue on.
Cool.
All right, cool.
Anywho. Hello? What are we doing?
Hello.
Bradley, you're supposed to be leading us. What are you doing?
I don't know. I thought you guys were trying to say stuff.
No, never. I'm just waiting for you to go.
Most of this chapter is just like setting up this island. There's ghosts, there's zombies. It's dangerous.
There's doggos.
And it's really cool because I think we get to explore Chopper a little bit in this arc.
Yeah,
where
he seems to know Dr. Hogback.
yeah, he knows about this legendary Dr. Hogback, which we're going to learn about more in the next chapter.
Indeed. So let's go.
Then we go to chapter 445, titled Zombies, featuring zombies.
Zombies do appear.
So it's really cool that, you know, Chopper knows about this doctor who's allegedly on this island, Dr. Hogback, famous surgeon. And it's going to be really interesting how this plays out over the course of the arc. And I still have about half the arc left after volume 47. But I think it's going to play a lot with, you know, what are the duties of a doctor? Are there any, you know, boundaries that medical science should or should not cross? Stuff like that. Because, you know, Chopper really looks up to this guy initially, and then we get to the point where it's like, no, like, this isn't stuff you're supposed to do as a doctor.
Yeah. A lot of gags in this chapter with, like, just the scary, weird-looking monsters in this island.
Oh, yeah. We get this fucking Bat Boy, and he's only number 21, which we later find out would make him a very early one of these zombies.
I forgot about that numbering system. That's true.
So it's like I would very hesitate to call the numbers power levels for these zombies, but I think definitely some of the later ones are some of the more powerful.
Yeah, especially 900 boy.
But yeah, it's very scary because he's just like, oh yeah, let me go out and talk to the people pulling the cart, and then he doesn't come back for 10 minutes, and they're like, oh, well, this is bullshit. Oh, we get attacked by zombies.
Yeah, they just get straight up attacked by zombies.
And these are really fun zombies. I like them a lot better than most zombies because
fun designs.
They have fun designs and they have fun personalities, and I think they just change up the formula a little bit where, like, one of them gets their head knocked off, and the other one's like, "Oh, here you go! Like, you dropped your fucking head."
You dropped this dude, thanks, bro. Chopper's like, "What?"
And then, like, the Straw Hats get a little bit of a lead on the zombies, and they're like, "Okay, we should be good now because zombies are only able to shamble." And they look behind, and the zombies are fucking doing 100-yard dash.
Oda's going in with the comedy of this arc.
Yeah,
yeah, which I think is very necessary. It's a nice change of pace.
I really like these zombies.
Great chapter.
Chapter 446, though.
Oh.
Dr. Hogback.
Great cover.
I know.
Yeah, that is a really good cover story. Or art, rather. There's no story there. Get that out of here.
The story is
them being an ass. Yeah.
They go into the mansion and we meet Sindri.
Yeah, Sindri.
She's the zombie babe. I love her plate attacks.
Oh my god, Hogback.
Hogback's
what a fucking Oda design. Jesus, only Ichiro Oda could make this idiot.
He's like Vampire Eggman.
Yeah, like, look at his skinny legs. I could just flick them.
Yosh.
Yeah, yosh.
Yosh.
No, that's not how we're doing our Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you wonder if Hogback always looked like this before coming to the island, because imagining this guy in medical textbooks.
But Bradley, this is One Piece, and, like, honestly, they just get weirder from here.
No, I mean, I'm not saying that it's not weird. It's just like, did he look like a scary vampire before coming to the scary vampire island?
I think he had the body, but now he has the clothes and, I believe,
lipstick.
It's not a mask. It's like he like removed his own fucking face or some shit.
He sewed a new face on him.
Jesus.
Because did Chopper see this guy in his little textbooks and be like, what?
What a hero.
And we find out that Hogback has been working on the eternal dream of humanity to kind of overcome death. But in a much more nightmarish way than normal.
Indeed.
And he will forbid them to look at his laboratory. I don't know if I fully trusted him, and maybe that's just the fact that he's licking everything and looks scary.
Well, he's looking at because Sindri doesn't have plates, so they have to lick it off the table.
Fair enough.
Look at this panel of Usopp and Chopper eating the pudding off the table.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
And then we get to the fan service scene.
Oh, I have to find that.
This scene is weird.
Yeah, God, it's really weird. I'm gonna find something for Bradley. You can look at it later.
Why? I don't trust Joe right now.
Nami getting pinned to the wall by Invisible Man,
Yeah.
which it's kind of rapey.
Yeah,
Little
you
bit.
think?
But I don't know. Oda had to put his fan service in there.
Yeah.
It's also funny where she gets pinned to the wall and she's like, Chopper, Usopp, and then they run in and they don't know she's under attack yet. So Usopp's like, oh wow, Nami, thank you. He's like, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And then later on, when they get a chance to talk about it, he's like, so do I have to pay you for seeing you naked? And she's like, what like what kind of girl do you think I am? Why would you say that? And she's like, you do have to pay me though.
I mean, it's a good play off of the happiness punch from Alabasta.
Yeah.
And then I really love the next Straw Hat group whenever they start encountering zombies like the Cerberus, because whenever our initial group encounters the Cerberus, they're like, oh my god, we're gonna die. This thing is scary.
Why did the cowardly trio go together? What was their reasoning?
What happened was they were just testing out the Mary, but they hit something by accident and it flung them onto the island.
Yeah, that's the only way, because I
remember because I got to this exact same moment, Willard, and went, how the fuck did this happen again? I had to go reread it.
Yeah. Because they didn't want to go on the island, so the others were like, well, if you're not going to go on the island, we'll let you try the boat out first, and then we'll go.
Yeah.
But it's funny, because the cowardly trio sees the Cerberus, and they're all just, like, terrified, and they're like, we're going to die. And then whenever the rest of the crew sees the Cerberus, they're just like, oh, this poor thing is about to get destroyed.
I want to point out that it's really cool how Luffy's able to calm it down before getting a huge punch in. Like, he had a good relationship or like a good control of that.
That's a good boy.
Yeah. He just smashes it.
I really love this crew just going around the island, destroying the fucking zombies.
This might be the funniest chapter, if it has the gag that I think it does.
Yeah, it does.
Okay,
it does
first of all, this gag of the tree of the unicorn.
And I was telling y'all, I really like this part where I think Oda's making like a self-aware joke about, Luffy offering so many people to join the crew, because now he just asks like everything to join his crew.
Dude, that tree would have been a great nakama.
Yeah, you know what?
What about Snot Unicorn, though?
No.
Aw. Number 42, The Meaning of Life.
And, any thoughts I had about Dr. Hogback being a good guy are gone now? Because he's like, oh, we're going to capture the Straw Hats.
Only took a chapter or two.
Yeah, he didn't string us very long there.
Indeed.
Yeah. Maybe this doesn't have the joke I'm thinking of. No, it doesn't. So this chapter is really poorly named. It's called Zombie in the Box. But if I remember correctly, that doesn't show up until next chapter.
Yeah, I noticed that when I was reading. The Zombie in the Box wasn't until the chapter after this. So I was like, huh.
Either Oda or Viz or both are getting fired over this one.
Yeah.
It's really cool how much faith Chopper has in Dr. Hogback here, because they're like, the other two are like, no, like, you can't do zombies. There's no such thing. And Chopper's like, look, this is fucking Dr. Hogback, all right? Y'all don't get it.
I think it's cool because, like, that is not too far removed from the cure-all that is Chopper's dream. Yeah. So he looks up to Dr. Hogback as someone who's closer to Chopper's dream than he is. But it's darker than it seems.
Yeah, both of them are looking for, like, the ultimate medical goal, where Hogback is, like, remove death as a factor, and Chopper's, like, remove any unwellness as a factor.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. Now that we know Hogback is a bad guy, it doesn't take long for all the surprise zombies of the mansion to start attacking the Straw Hats. And man, this is a terrifying mansion because pretty much everything is alive.
The paintings, the fucking floor.
Yeah.
It's made more horrifying by the fact that all of these things were given life by taking a shadow from a real person.
Yeah, that is something that's easy to forget. Just how many shadows are at play to make just this room attack.
Yeah. But I mean, our cowardly trio is able to survive. Kind of. They make it through the
Well, they
secret
did
lair.
survive. None of them are dead.
Yeah. They make it into the secret room where they start to kind of learn about the zombies a little bit because they see the room about Sindri, and the information they find there kind of conflicts with what they were told, where Hogback was able to tell them the personality that was put into Sindri about the lady, her husband and the plates and shit. But they're like, whoa, the real Sindri was actually a model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who died 10 years ago.
So
It's now Moria, the chapter.
So the chapter cover story for Moria. Now we're starting to maybe learn a little bit more about what's going on here.
Are we?
Kind of like we learn one new fact and we get like 5 new questions.
Well, first and foremost, when he zapped the Spacey, and you're like, oh, he wasn't able to kill the Spacey, it's actually the complete opposite. He charged the Spacey up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like
Because they're automatons.
Okay.
Fucking.
We learn these things are little robots.
Yeah.
But it's like, why?
Look,
Why were they made? Who the
Nier
fuck
Automata
is
on
this guy?
Suicide Watch, because we got the Rio Android existential crisis here.
Like, why did this guy make a bunch of little robots that look like little warriors throughout history?
Why indeed?
So, I don't know. We'll see where that goes.
He was working on the It's a Small World ride, and things just kind of
Yeah.
took off.
But yeah, anyway, Sindri died 10 years ago, and then we get the zombie in a box that we were expecting to get last chapter.
Jeez.
So, that paid off.
Yo, there he is. There's the boy.
Yeah, so it's really cool. We see the samurai, and he's doing his little yo-ho-ho song, and, immediately I was like, what the fuck is Brook doing here? And I'm like, well, I mean, that doesn't look like Brook. Brook's not a samurai, so that can't be Brook, but I was like, I think my thought at this point is like, oh, maybe they were on the same crew together? I don't know.
That's a fair thought, but also there's
Yeah.
the other obvious answer.
Well, I mean, it wasn't obvious at the time.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know the stuff about shadows.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, Luffy's having fun with his new Cerberus pet, and the Depression Ghosts. It was really funny before we knew what they actually did, because their initial attack against Frankie, his attack didn't hurt them, and he's like, I fucking suck.
So it could seem like he's just naturally being sad.
Sanji's like, get the fuck over it. And then we find out that they make you sad, and I was like, okay, that makes more sense. But I was laughing so hard. I was like, geez, Frankie, it's gonna be okay.
Even Zoro was like, I'm sorry I was bored.
No, okay.
Nice.
What?
Sorry. I thought popped in my head. I'm like, oh wait, no, not yet.
Yeah. So this was another moment like with the Cerberus where the zombies try to jump these Straw Hats, and the cowardly trio were fucking terrified. But as soon as these zombies show up, they're like, oh, here we fucking go.
Okay, here we go. It's time.
And then we see
It's time.
Hold
it's
on.
finally
I
time.
gotta stop
the
you, Bradley.
goddamn 600 million berry jackpot.
That's cool and all. That's nice. Fuck that. We're skipping over this. My favorite joke in all of One Piece, I think.
Oh, fuck.
It's top 2 along with another one.
Yeah.
But it's an old man with severe injuries, and Luffy just puts him back into the ground.
Oh, yeah.
It's a zombie. Oh, this one's so good. It's all the anime definitely does it justice as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, 600 million berry jackpot, very cool.
Is that an attack in one of the games? It has to be, right?
It is not.
What?
You can't have that many dudes doing it because Kazuna Rush. Well, you can, but you only get a 2 combo.
Well,
What's
I mean,
cool
I wasn't...
what's cool about this attack name isn't 600 million what the entire crew's worth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, it is.
I wasn't necessarily talking about the Warriors games. I was just like, there has to be a One Piece
There
game.
is no One Piece game with this attack.
Man.
I could be wrong, but I'm
Shame.
90%.
That means there's no One Piece game worth buying.
That's not true.
That's not
Interesting.
true at all.
Interesting. I like that one of these guys comes and talks to Luffy, and he actually is a old man with severe injuries. And we get like the exact same face from Luffy, and everyone's like, "No, you idiot, it's a zombie." And he's like, "No, I'm an old man with severe injuries."
Oda's fucking going crazy this arc.
Yeah, he's really funny this arc.
There's a moment that happened in the chapter that you skipped over, but it's the moment where Luffy is like interrogating the entire crew of the or the entire zombie horde, basically. I kind of just really like that moment because like it's just Luffy getting into that captain role again and laying down the law and like really asserting his like personal dominance over somebody or a group of people.
Under our noses, Luffy has developed a bit as a character.
Yeah. So this is also really funny in the anime because they drag out this gag to a good extent with him like talking to all these guys. But I just want to bring up that I just thought it was a really cool moment when I was reading it. It's like, oh, Luffy's being serious for once. It is like actually very concerned about his crewmates.
Hey. But you know what's also really cool?
Gecko Moria.
We get a name drop for one of the 7 warlords of the sea.
So this is a brand new one. We haven't heard of him up to this point in the series. This would be the
third mentioned.
Fourth
mentioned.
Because we met Hawkeyes, we were name dropped Jinbei, we met Crocodile and beat Crocodile, and now we're meeting Moria as a main arc villain. So we're 4D. No, but then we've met Kuma. We've met Doflamingo.
There's one left.
So we're only missing one of the 7 warlords, Bradley.
I'll say it's been a little while since one of the 7 warlords was like prominently featured in an arc.
Yeah, like a main plot character.
It's been 2 sagas.
Yeah.
Wasn't his name's fucking Jinbei, right?
Jinbei was mentioned in Arlong Park.
Isn't he like head fishman or something?
Well, he was the head of Arlong's crew back in the day.
So, I wonder if he's going to be showing up when we get to Fishman Island.
Bradley, stop. Wow.
Gets me thinking.
How long has it been since that Jinbei name drop, eh?
It was chapter 60.
Legendary shit.
Damn.
We still haven't met him. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
But the next chapter, chapter 449, the 4 monsters of Thriller Bark.
Woo!
And
it's a great cover page.
I read that and I was like, I feel like there's a lot more than 4 monsters.
Nah, but then there's the real monsters, Bradley.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we get to learn a little bit about Gecko Moria, and obviously we'll get to see him later on. And you know, look, Crocodile's cooler. I'm just throwing that out there.
Oh yeah, I mean, I really like Moria's design.
I do too.
I think Moria is maybe the most overhated character in all of One Piece.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say it.
He's different.
He is peak Oda. Like, if you want to show someone Eiichiro Oda's art style, you show them Zoro and you show them Nami,
Moria.
and that covers every woman, and then you show them Gecko Moria, and I think you've gotten the gamut.
I will say, Frankie has something I really like in this chapter where they kind of hear the old man's story, and I really like how actually emotional Frankie usually is. Because I don't want to classify all the other Straw Hat men as mannish men because, you know, there's a lot of nuance and differences to them. But I think Frankie does show outward emotion more than the others, aside from Sanji. But his outward emotion is like, Nami, I want to fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really like Frankie for that.
Nami, please send feet pics. That's Sanji, but Frankie...
And I really like it because when we cut back to Hogback's mansion, it says Usopp's group, which, like, granted, there's only 2 other people in the group, and it's like, I guess Oda had to pick one, but I'm like, yeah, it's fucking Usopp's group, man.
Like that. Yeah. Nami wears the pants in this group.
Fuck yeah.
She's wearing a skirt, though.
She wears the pants.
Anyway, we go to Hogback's lab, and the Straw Hats, Usopp's group, fucking Usopp's group, they find his lab, and they get snuck up on by samurai that is reminiscent of Brook. I wonder what his name is.
It's true. Still no
It's funny,
shadow
they
reveal
think he's
yet.
Brook because they hear the yo ho ho and they're like, "What the fuck is Brook doing here?"
Yeah, so definitely intentionally confusing for the reader.
Yeah, it's a really nice way to do it. And when we cut back to the zombies, they're all reburied, and I'm like, is that Luffy doing what he did with the zombie earlier, where he just shoves him back into the ground?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
there was a panel last chapter where after he was done talking to him, he stuck them all back into the ground.
Yeah.
So I think we kind of start getting introduced to the titular 4 monsters, where one of them is the general of the zombies, Absalom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. And then we also meet fucking what's his name?
Perona.
Yes. She's so mean to her little henchman.
Kuma, what was his name?
What's his name?
Fuck, I forgot his name.
Kamasi.
Yeah.
I want to give him a hug.
Too bad.
Yeah, he's got a deep voice.
I suppose Moria counts as a one of the 4 monsters.
No, I guess so. Yeah.
Because the 4 monsters would be Absalom.
Would be Absalom, Hogback, Perona, and Moria.
There you go.
Yeah.
And it was funny since I assumed he was one of the 4 monsters, it didn't immediately click with me that he's like the leader of all of them.
I mean, he's the warlord.
He's a warlord,
Yeah.
but I mean, sometimes warlords are little bitch pussies.
Go
who get beat
back.
by-
What?
beat in
Go
Alabama.
back. Go back a page.
I mean, I would call Crocodile
sorry.
not a bitch pussy when he kills Luffy 3 times, but
Sorry.
No, Crocodile's a
The
little-
page with Moria lying down.
yeah, I was on that page. Well,
Okay, I saw the other page. What did you think when you saw this guy?
What did I think when I saw him?
Yeah, because I immediately went, "What the fuck?"
big.
I kind of liked him a lot better on this page than when we actually see him. I was like, "Whoa, yeah, he's huge. He looks cool. He looks like he'd be really powerful."
And he is.
And he is.
But he's ugly, so he bad.
He looks a lot more threatening on this page than when I see him later.
Yeah,
does.
yeah. Moria disrespect would not be allowed on this podcast.
That's the end of that volume.
We ended the volume?
Yeah,
We did
that's
one
the volume.
fast? What?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I really like that. We wasted no time getting into this new fucking arc.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just jump right. Like, think about it. 1 volume in, and we're already pretty deep into like the adventure in this Ghost Island.
Yeah.
We have our structure. We have our 4 main people that we have to fight. We kind of know what the ultimate goal is to figure out what's wrong with Brook. But yeah.
Cool. Bradley, you got anything else to say about volume 46?
Not particularly. I think 47 is going to be a doozy though.
Cool.
Ooh.
Then on that note, see y'all next time for volume 47. What's it called, Bradley? Hit me with a name.
Road Poneglyph?
No, the
What?
name of the
Volume
volume.
name?
You were about to make me scream. Like, what? That is not the name, sir.
I didn't know what you were asking.
The name of the volume. Whatever. Fuck it. Segue ruined. See y'all next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.